I think just with the guest episodes being so prevalent this year, we didn't really have time to complain about as much stuff, which is probably good, honestly, to be a little bit more positive, upbeat, spread more love than hate. Like we said, today we're drinking the Haterade.
Three, two, one. Kevin!
Last show of the year. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, let's fucking go. One and done. Last game of the year, Kevin.
Yeah. And shout out to Alex. He's off a Toradol shot right now. Get through this last game.
Yeah,
home stretch.
This isn't about me, Kevin, but it's been a long year. As listeners know, no days off, grinding, hustling, both in the gym and at the office.
Damn right.
With all the work that we've been doing, and finally caught up with me.
Yeah.
And severely injured myself.
Oh my God.
That's the term I'm using. I'm day to day. They put me in the blue tent. And what started as a lower back pain is now fully in my hip, and I can't stand or sit. So
Jeez.
This is going to be a tough pod for me.
We should have got you. We should have got you laying down.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Pod from the couch.
Yeah, I did get a Toradol shot, so I'm pretty much Patrick Mahomes.
I didn't even. Who knew they even gave those to civilians?
I was pretty shocked at the urgent care in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Urgent care did it too. Oh my God.
It really hurts when I laugh. That fucking sucks. But yeah, no, dude. I went to the urgent care, which urgent care is very great. And they were like, "Damn, you look like you're in a lot of pain. I'm going to give you a shot of Toradol." And I was like, "Damn, that's what the NFL players get." And I didn't turn it down. I made them give it to me in my butt, just like Patrick Mahomes. And
just like Diddy. Shout out Diddy.
And I'm limping through the fourth quarter, just like Patrick Mahomes. So don't worry, we're going to win this game.
Wow.
We're going to bang that fucking field goal off the upright. And I'm a soldier.
Three-peat.
That's right. I'll limp out of here, go home, and start training for next year.
Hell yeah. Let me make sure these cameras are on.
Check them out.
I want to. That'd be a pretty big backy.
Yeah.
If we weren't rolling.
If we didn't have
let me check them.
Any film for this grand award show. How are we looking? Good. Sweet. Yeah, man. It's the body keeps the toll, keeps the score. I both worked out and did a lot of good for my body, but I'm also old and therefore pain.
Well, it's all about the good with the bad, the happy with the sad.
That's right. That's why we have this award show, the front and backy. It's about the best.
You mean the backies?
The backies.
Not the front and backies, the backies.
Oh, the fronties
Separate
and the backies. How many years have we been doing this show, Kevin?
3 or 4.
I should probably know what the name of it is.
Yeah,
3 or 4. But I guess, Kevin, we had a good year. So it's and I will say, branding, it's hard to look at the year and say what are the worst things that happened. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Oh yeah, it takes a real hater.
Takes a real hater, and luckily the show's got 2 of them.
Yep.
Let's go. So
let's get into it.
I guess, Kevin, you asked what are some of the worst things happened to us this year.
Yeah.
I guess my injury here, because that's pretty bad here in the last fourth quarter. I started the year actually with some injuries when I started working out. I thought I had gotten through them, but nope. Now saving the best for last.
Yeah.
What about you? Any bad things happened to us this year?
I was trying to think, and not really.
No, just only wins.
I think probably coming back from Hawaii. That was probably my major fire fest. Just having to come back. In paradise for almost 2 weeks, and coming back to piss-ridden New York. Just step off the train, jet lagged, so tired, and just
You went to Italy twice, so I guess
I did.
that's, coming back from
that wasn't as bad. That wasn't as bad as Hawaii. I mean, it was just like the coming forward, and then also just like being tired, and also just breathing the fresh air of the Big Island, and then I was convinced that the New York air was killing me for about a month.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you might not be wrong there.
It probably is. I'm getting a little exhausted of breathing exhaust. You know what I'm saying?
Bars. Yeah, no, I get it. It's a magical place that is probably killing us all slowly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, nothing
Nothing crazy.
Nothing else that bad
I
happened.
mean, we weren't
so.
on those creative boom lists, so I mean,
Yeah.
not that we care about those lists, but that was.
I feel like it's maybe one side of the table. that
Yeah,
cares,
no, I
but,
mean,
you know.
it's also list season,
Yeah.
end of year, so everyone's doing their end of year lists, and yeah, so there's a few more year end lists for us to not make and get upset about.
Sweet. Well,
yeah.
maybe we'll have to do another Backies.
Yeah. So shout out to those lists that didn't include us, but I did see shout out to Chloe in the die line. There was a trend report that we were on. Shout out to AO.
Oh hell yeah!
And then shout out to Max from Ragged Edge, my buddy. He did his favorite branding projects of the year, both on LinkedIn and Twitter, and we were number one bureau. So,
wow.
Yeah, no. Granted, he did say the list was in no particular order, but regardless of that, we were number one.
Well, usually when they say that, the first one's the best.
Exactly. Everyone knows.
Something's got to be one. You don't put the worst first.
Yeah, you're like in no particular order, but like I did think about what I was going to put number one.
In no particular order, I want to capture the attention with the best project.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Brat was number two. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So watch out, Charlie.
Yeah. Suck it.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! You have no idea when I laugh, like it just shoots sharp pains all the way through my body.
Gosh.
So we got to get into the program, into the award show, Kevin. That was the
yeah, we should get you another
monologue.
We got to get you another short Toradol shot.
I know. During lunch, I'm going to go over there and get another shot on my ass so I can get back out there on the field. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I mean, listen. It's never say we're not soldiers.
So many ass shots. It's like a Diddy party in here. Just get the baby oil. It's time to freak off.
Kevin, why are you being so funny right now? Are you purposely trying to hurt me?
Yeah.
Backies story of the year. Let's get into the program.
It's called the
Kevin.
back shots.
It's the Backies story of the year. So for everyone new to the program, Fronty is the best story of the year. Backy worst.
Yeah, this is all the worst.
This is the worst. So everything here is,
and especially when we say person of the year.
Yeah, that's the worst person of the year.
Yeah, worst
so
person
we say
of the year.
Story of the year. That's worst person.
Yeah, worst story.
Yeah, and worst story goes to AI. I mean, it wasn't really particularly close here.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
People were getting mad about it.
Everywhere we looked, AI was there.
It ran amok at April Fool's Day.
Oh, yeah. AI was made for April Fool's
I know. It was potentially a correct usage of AI, but like, I still think about the junior designers who didn't get to mock up that work, and think about what you're taking off their plate.
Yeah, no. Think about the kids that went to design school in the 2000s and started their first jobs, and they didn't have AI, so they had to mock up those things by themselves. They had to figure out the angles.
Yeah, they had to mock up the sour cream and onion poppy or Olipop or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. They had to make those things by themselves. So, yeah, I mean, listen, AI, it's a tool, and guess what, guys? It's not going anywhere. So
yeah,
we should start. Yeah, here's we should start to embrace our friend. But yeah, I think you're right. Everywhere we looked, every week there was an AI story that people were getting mad about.
Some valid, some not valid.
Yeah, some valid ones. The pentagram story was recent, so some recency bias there, but a big one.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola ad, which I saw this weekend.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it pissed me off actually.
Yeah, it was running during football games.
Yeah, it did. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You're man yelling at cloud.
Yeah.
AI
taking presents out from people's trees here.
Took our jobs. Yeah, it was everywhere. And guess what, guys? It's our friend. So we got to embrace our friend, but it's out here making people big mad.
Yeah, and top AI story of the year, definitely Wonka Glasgow.
Oh yeah,
remember that one?
That was the best use.
The pinnacle.
AI. Yeah, the absolute pinnacle of AI usage this year, which was, for those that missed this story, it was like a museum of ice cream kind of thing. It was like a Willy Wonka's Fantasyland. This was, I guess, Willy Wonka, the movie came out last year. Wonka, Timothy Chalamet. So some brave entrepreneur out there was trying to make a quick buck in Glasgow, and they thought, how can I generate this experience before the experience actually happens? And yeah, they made some really vivid, beautiful images of a fantasy world that you could go and buy tickets to. The only problem was, in real life, it was just kind of a cracked out sort of it was a cracked out Oompa Loompa in sort of like gymnasium.
Yeah, they really did not live up to the expectations I set with the graphics.
Yeah, that's the thing with AI. It's like you can really fantasize and make things seem very real, but you can also, in the wrong hands, you can really take advantage of people.
Yeah, people called the cops.
Is that true?
Yeah, they
That's
called the
wild.
cops in Glasgow, I guess.
Yeah.
It was $35. Glasgow bucks. I don't know. It looks like pounds here.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's the correct currency. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I
Great
went
story,
I
though.
went to Italy. I went to Italy twice, not Glasgow. I was on the euro, so I'm not too familiar with pounds.
What happened to that guy? What happened to that Oompa Loompa?
I don't know.
I mean, that was the like poster child for AI gone wrong.
Yeah,
What a story.
I think everyone got their money back and it just went away.
Yeah.
So.
No. I mean, to be honest, though, hilarious when you see that sort of space with the sort of sad rainbow. And I mean, listen, AI is going to make things seem better than they really are. And that's, Photoshop and retouching has been doing that for years. I mean, listen, every fast food establishment is guilty of this. And we all know reality and sort of advertising, they're not always the same.
Yeah, but people get upset when it's at the hands of a computer and not of a person.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Exactly. Why are you getting so mad?
Nobody gets mad at the McDonald's Big Mac when it's like
Facts.
fluffed and plump and delicious looking, and then when you get it, it's just like a squished, soggy, gross thing you pull out of a cardboard box.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, listen, AI is just making work easier, faster, better, quicker. And so in the right hands, that's going to make things better for us. Did I ask ChatGPT what to do about my hip? I did.
Did it help?
It said not to put any pressure on it and, put both ice and heat on it. So not really. But is that the same thing the doctor said? Pretty much. So.
Watch out, doctors.
Yeah, doctors on that seats. Yeah, why is AI coming for all the creative jobs?
Yeah.
They should be coming for the other jobs. The jobs we don't want to do.
Yeah, like doctor.
Like doctor.
Lawyer.
Accountant.
Yeah.
So AI story of the year. But we would be remiss if we didn't have a Backy story of the year number 2, which is going to Mario Lopez, Wipes for Men. Wow, Mario Lopez cleaning up here.
And the first time in ceremony history, we have a 2-time winner
for both a fronty and a Backy.
Nobody has ever received both a fronty and a Backy in the same ceremony.
Yeah, no.
So
first of its kind.
Shout out to Mario Lopez. Are we pandering here to Mario? No, actually, this was on the list before he may or may not have accidentally reposted the Fronty Award he won.
Yes. So shout out to Mario.
The biggest win of the year for this podcast.
Honestly, this whole podcast, our Fronty goes to the Fronty goes to us because we got Mario Lopez to repost on Instagram his Fronty of the Year for Mario Lopez Wipes for Men. So that's
we were going back and forth in the DMs a little bit. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see. What were you saying?
Basically, he was sending me like
Mario?
what looked to be like broken code
Okay.
in the DMs, and I'm not really sure what that.
Okay.
I'm sure it means he's not really in control or like something's, But we literally were sandwiched in between like photos of his children.
Yeah.
Like I think his son was wrestling at a tournament, and then his daughter was like cheerleading, and then there's him on like Access Hollywood. There's like maybe another photo of his child wrestling, and then there's his Fronty Award.
Yeah, so beautiful, a beautiful thing. I just want to be a fly on the wall where Mario Lopez goes onto his Instagram page, which I'm assuming he doesn't run by himself, but maybe does, and sees his award for Fronty of the Year and says, what the hell is a Fronty of the Year? And then he finds out about our podcast and sees that we've celebrated his Wipes for Men.
Yeah, it's a great brand.
Yeah, no, we're proud of you, Mario. We're friends forever.
Yeah,
come on the podcast.
Definitely, open invite.
Yeah, open invite.
Next time you're in New York, please stop by the studio, and we'd love to talk brand with you.
Yeah, no, we'd love to get.
Let's see what other things we can slap your face on.
No, I think Mario has a very holistic brand strategy. Definitely. I would imagine for Mario Lopez Incorporated. It's a lot like Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
A media company, magazine, books, cookbooks.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Mario's got more brands than you think he does.
Definitely. And I think he's invested in like the longevity space.
Okay.
Like living long,
Makes a lot of
a
sense.
long, healthy life.
Yeah.
I saw a clip of him last night when I was looking through his Instagram, and he was talking about maybe living to like 140.
Oof.
And some guy was like, 80's the new 40. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Shout out to Mario.
let's live forever.
I mean, he hasn't aged at all.
No,
So
he
he's
hasn't.
a perfect guy for longevity to be promoting that. I saw something over the weekend, actually. They said if a professor who said that he teaches his students, if you plan on living for the next 20 years, then be prepared to live for the next 200.
Wow.
That's big brain thinking. So in my math, I was like, oh, man.
Is that because of like the technological advancements?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exponential growth of technology.
Sweet.
So, yeah, all we got to do is make it to 2044, Kevin, and then
Yeah.
from there,
home free. Yeah.
yeah, we're going to live forever.
Sweet.
So, sounds pretty good, and does make me want to even get more on my health.
Yeah.
Because I got a 20-year goal now.
Yeah. You should be like that guy. I think it's Brian Johnson. I think he's like trying
Never
to
heard of him.
reverse his age.
Yeah.
Andrea always posts about him.
Yeah.
He's got like he looks weird as hell.
Mhm.
I can't lie. He looks worse than he did before.
Yeah, that's what happens to those like longevity guys.
Looks
It's
like a
they,
baby.
They work so hard to like work on their health that it goes the other way, that they get.
Well, he
like-
looks healthy, but like his face just looks so young and like
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Total tangent here. Chris Rock was the host of SNL this week,
Mhm.
and he did something to his face, and I can't tell exactly what it is, but I think it's related to his jaw.
Mm.
But he looked crazy.
You think he's been mewing?
I don't know. He's definitely trying to reverse age, and it makes sense because Chris Rock is getting up there, and yeah, he looked a little surgery.
Maybe Will Smith broke Chris Rock's jaw and he had to get it reconstructed.
I think he may have broke his spirit. He also seemed a little like uneasy in his monologue. I know that this is what the podcast listeners love is Alex and Kevin break down SNL. But yeah, he was like he didn't really come out with a lot of confidence. It was a bit weird. I think Chris Rock seemed nervous, which is a bizarre thing to see,
Yeah.
especially doing the monologue, which is basically just stand up.
Yeah.
These guys just get microphones and do stand up now. So yeah, something to watch is people getting plastic surgery on their faces.
Sure. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Brand of the year, Kevin.
Brand
Moving
of
on.
the
We
year.
got to move on. And this brand of the year, I feel like this brand may have won brand of the year in the past. It's possible.
They could have been the first Backie brand of the year.
This is possible that this is not their first Backie of the year. This is a multiple
a lifetime
Backie winner.
award.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, lifetime award winner.
They usually this brand usually ends up on the Backies list at least. I think they may have had a quieter year last year, but
yeah.
I think
Who does it go to, Kevin?
when you're looking at the year of branding and who generated the most heat, it's got to be Better Bagel.
Yeah. Yep.
They started the year with a promise of better buns, low carbs, low calories.
That's right.
Yada yada yada. Same better promise.
The grain has changed.
The grain has changed.
They changed the grain.
When these buns arrived, they were small and shriveled up.
Yeah.
And seemed to be suffering from some shrinkage. And they did not look appetizing. So they started the year off on the wrong foot. And since then, there's rumors of the brand being dead. There's rumors of the founder being a jerk.
Wow.
And screwing people over.
Okay.
And I think that this is a developing story, and I'm looking forward to see how it unfolds in the coming year.
At one point, Kevin, they had a $170 million valuation that people were investing into Better Bagel. Yeah, and we were super early to the story.
Yeah,
we were, because as a New York card carrying Jew here, bagels, if when someone says they're making a better bagel with less carbs, better for you, that's intriguing. And the packaging has always been good. The brand has always been strong.
the brand's great.
So I don't know what year this was, but we were first, I want to say, on the hunt here to give this bagel a review, to try it out. It's one of the only things that we've actually ever really followed through with us.
Yeah, we've tried some other stuff.
It's one of a few things that we've actually tried. And our first order was moldy. So yeah, I mean, could have seen this one coming. The ones that got posted online this year are so crazy looking.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even resemble the photo that's on the front of the
not at
packaging.
all.
They kind of look like cookies.
Yeah, and we're on record saying that running a CPG
Company.
D2C food brand is
hard.
Is challenging. There's a lot of things, or any one of those separate categories of companies.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, it's a hard thing to do, and the quality control is tough, and especially when you're going up against the standard that these massive brands have set for the entire legacy of their brand. It's hard to live up to that, but the least you can do is not lie in your package and try to make a good product, and then be honest and upfront if you don't make a good product.
Yeah, bread is hard. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, putting anything in the mail and shipping it to people is a hard thing to do. Like, especially products that have an expiration date.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I don't blame them. I just think it's a brand, again, is nothing but a promise, Kevin. And this is a perfect example of they were kind of promising a little too much. A lot like the Glasgow Wonka experience. Similar thing.
I think a lot of these Backies come down to just broken promises.
Broken promises, yeah. And when you break promises, people be mad.
Yeah, mess with the bull, you get the horns.
That's right. And so the worst thing that can happen to you as a brand is you got Andrea Hernandez on your ass and looking into your finances, and she leaves no stone unturned.
Yes,
so,
there should be some thorough reporting on that in the coming months. Hopefully,
I mean, she's a legend, and she's on the Better Bagel beat. And,
definitely.
Yeah, that's a place.
She's all up in there.
Yeah, she's got them in her crosshairs.
Yeah,
that's a place you do not want to be.
That is not a good place to be for anybody,
any brand. And so, listen though, I mean, they were hot. They had great design. They had a big promise, and unfortunately. And we'll see how it goes. They're not dead yet. I'm on their website right now. They're still shipping out orders in time for the holidays. And so get your loved ones a Better Bagel this
maybe it'll come. Maybe it won't.
Yeah, and put it under your tree and see what happens. Yeah.
Speaking of moldy products.
Yeah, good transition. Yeah. Launch of the year for the Backies. Launch of the year. It goes to Logan Paul and KSI. And Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
I forgot Mr. Beast was involved in this.
Forgot about Mr. Beast.
Forgot about Beast. Yeah, it's for Lunchly. It is it's the Lunchables competitor that looks a lot like Lunchables more. Now that I look at it with fresh eyes, you're like, they almost, it's one thing to rip off their basic product idea. They also took their branding in shadowy letters, and it's Lunchly. It's a product that basically is a copycat of Lunchables, and it includes Prime, includes the chocolate bar from Mr. Beast, and also mold.
Yeah. So we said on the program before, the bar they were going for, an incredibly low bar, was to make a slightly better Lunchable.
That's right.
They removed preservatives, which maybe they need. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm not advocating for preservatives.
Yes.
But in this case, when you have a mass-produced cheese and meat and random conglomeration of snacks that are not healthy or not a full meal and kids should not be eating, when you put that all together in a pack, maybe there should be some preservatives in there to help them not mold.
I think that's what we're learning here, Kevin, is that preservatives help preserve things.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make a better for you product, you should probably put that high on your list of things that could go wrong. And an image on the internet of a moldy product, I mean, is pretty tough to come back from. Remember Squirrel? Like, they had the mold gate with their jams and stuff. Like, they're still out there, still rocking. I actually went there recently. It was still delicious. But, like, it's just a tough visual.
Yeah, you never want to have mold in your food. Yeah. Except if you're like, if it's cheese.
It really kind of turns you off for ever coming back to the brand or ever thinking that you should buy it again. And so, I mean, I saw Jake Paul was defending Logan Paul and saying this was just simply people trying to hate on the Paul brothers. and they were simply trying to make a better product for people. And any mistake they make, they'll be called to the mat for it. So,
well, maybe don't try to do it as fast as humanly possible. Maybe this is a call for creators who are launching brands to chill the fuck out and let's take a deep breath before and really get the product dev popping before you
before you go
before
out
you
there.
release it, before you grow, before you do anything. Make sure that shit's on lock. Like you can't be,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't care about the Paul brothers or KSI or Mr. Beast. Like they don't need this brand. This isn't like, this is just, you know, a brand in their portfolio making them more money. But you know, I get pissed off when they get the Rizzler in here and they're besmirching the Rizzler's good name, involving him in this launch.
Yeah,
And
he had
for
nothing
what?
to do with this.
And for what?
That poor
Moldy
kid.
product.
Yeah.
That kid shouldn't be eating lunchly for lunch. He should be eating
Turkey sandwiches.
He should be eating Anthony and Son panini shop sandwiches.
That's
every
right.
damn day. That's what he deserves.
Yeah, with a bag of Doritos on the
Damn
side.
right.
Yeah, and in Arizona, like, you know, like kids used to, Kevin. Yeah, I agree with you. This is another victim to too many people trying to launch too many products too quickly just for capitalism. And you hate to see it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get the Rizzler in here and he's the face of a new generation. And yeah, now the Rizzler is caught up in your fucking crummy, moldy products. And that we won't stand for. The Paul name, listen, yeah, go out there and do whatever you want to do with that.
Yeah, it's
right?
it's always gonna suck.
It's always
it's gonna suck. Like the W sucks.
Yeah.
Prime sucks.
That's right.
Any boxing event sucks. The only thing the Paul brothers are good at, and shout out to Logan Paul.
Yeah,
they're good at fucking WWE.
wrestling.
Yeah.
That's the place for them to be.
That's sweet.
They should be the tag team champions of the world.
Yeah.
They should put all of their energy into wrestling.
Definitely.
And they should just stay there forever.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's a perfect place for them.
I am happy to say that I respect Logan Paul as a wrestler.
Wow. Yeah, there you
He's
go.
a high flyer. He puts his body on the line. That's all you can ask for.
That's right.
So salute to him for that.
Can I say that one of my favorite memes of the year is some guy on Twitter, I don't know his name, he posted something like, I've been staring at the mirror for like 10 minutes trying to get Mr. Beast's smile down. And then the next post is, did I get it? And it's just like him with like this like kind of weird. I'll do it to the camera. It's like you got to push your like teeth out and then you keep your mouth closed. Like Mr. Beast does not know how to smile.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Beast.
Yeah, and that just makes me endlessly chuckle. Just go to your local Google and type in Mr. Beast smile and just look at that face and think, why does he smile like that? And that will just endlessly make me laugh. Just thinking about this tweet. Yeah, been in the bathroom for 20 minutes trying to do the Mr. Beast smile at Froggings on Twitter. And that thing is... Yeah, that is incredibly funny.
Yeah.
And Mr. Beast is a weird smile. So,
Yeah.
So
And,
putting you up on that.
You know, those group of 4 people that we just talked about, you know, the Paul brothers, Mr. Beast, and KSI, they were in the running for the next award we're about to get back. But they sadly were beaten out by an individual that had perhaps one of the dumbest moves of the year, one of the dumbest moves you could do.
6.2 million views for that tweet of Mr.
my
Beast
God.
trying to smile.
Yo, lock in, Alex. Alex has gone off the muscle relaxers.
Mr. Beast smiles like he spent all day practicing how to smile. All right, moving on, Kevin. Yeah,
all right,
sorry.
so I was saying, the next award, we like this award.
One of our favorites.
One of our favorites. It's Bozo of the Year, and that goes to Justin Timberlake for getting a DUI on Long Island, Montauk.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe the Hamptons.
Whatever. Same to me. Places that I will never be able to afford to go.
Yeah,
but
Sag Harbor on Long Island in the Hamptons. He was driving while intoxicated and got a DWI. Which is worse, I guess, right?
Yeah,
he received citations for running a stop sign and failing to stay in his lane.
Stay in your lane, Justin. Know your role and stay in your lane.
He then refused to take a breathalyzer test, leading to an auto suspension. And he was quoted as saying, "This is going to ruin the tour." To which the police officer, who did not know who Justin Timberlake was, said, "What tour?" And Justin replied, "The World Tour."
Wow.
Honestly, what a moment.
Yeah.
Truly one of my favorite moments of the year.
It just is baffling that in 2024.
Yeah.
To get a DUI in 2024 is crazy.
Yeah.
But then to get a DUI when you're
driving,
when you're one of the fucking like when you're a massively wealthy person and could literally afford to have a driver. Like that's insane.
And also Uber. Like again, like every single person on planet Earth can get a car within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sag Harbor, is not a big place. It's not like he was traveling really far. God knows where he was going, but like there's no reason why any person should get behind the wheel drunk, especially if you're Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. And he had a mugshot and a very quotable line. And honestly, the police officer not knowing who Justin Timberlake is rough. That was a tough moment for him. And then, he then released an album called Everything I Thought It Was, received mixed reviews. People did not love JT's new album. I believe it was one of his worst performing albums of all time.
Well,
yeah. And so just a tough year for JT. Recently,
thanks a lot, Bozo.
Yeah, there was a wardrobe malfunction, but I don't know about that one. That seemed just like
that was clickbait.
Yeah, he famously had the wardrobe malfunction of all time with Janet Jackson, who he's never apologized to. But apparently, Kevin, during his famous song "Mirrors," he is on a stage, and I think you should see this video because I've seen it online. He comes down from a stage that has mirrors all around the stage, but it slowly comes down from a vertical sort of 90-degree angle down to the floor where he is standing on the top of it. And so the stage, at some point he is being he's suspended in air with this sort of basically just by a harness. And he comes down and performs Mirrors, which great song, does not need all that. It's just too much. It's really embarrassing. The whole thing is embarrassing.
Yeah.
So definitely. Tough year for JT. Wasn't there also an incident with Britney Spears also, like where she had that book come out and she said all sorts of terrible things about him, and then he's never really apologized to her. So listen,
doesn't
JT,
like apologizing.
JT, he refuses to apologize and he refuses to be relevant. So.
Yes. All right.
Bozo of the Year.
Moving on.
Kevin, we got a big one. This is a new award, I think. It's Snackflation of the Year. This one has a presenting sponsor, Joe Biden. And Kevin, who gets the Snackflation of the Year award? There were a lot of stories. Oh, sorry, real quickly. Speaking of Snackflation, I saw the new Tropicana bottle. Yeah. I understand why people are mad.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, I understand. It looks significantly smaller.
Damn.
It's one of those things with like optically, it's actually worse than what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what do you say? It was only like 6 ounces less than the current.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks, for whatever reason, significantly smaller than the old bottle. So that's why.
There you go.
That's why people are big mad. Is because you know how sometimes you see a 12-ounce can and a 12-ounce like squat can and skinny can. You're like, there's no way the skinny can is the same amount of ounces.
Definitely.
That's what's going on here. It's less ounces and it looks like significantly less ounces.
Well, there you go. Alex is big mad.
Yeah, but that doesn't get
big mad for a little bottle.
Yeah.
The award goes to Subway for running a offer or promo for a 6-inch sub for $6. They ran this in maybe April of this year or sometime in the spring. They've since like deleted all evidence of even running this promotion.
Yeah,
but
really?
Yeah, and they've since like
Scrubbed
they've
it.
had some other like I think they've had some $7 foot long promotions, which is I guess kind of reasonable. But like back in my day, a foot long cost you $5.
That's right. Exactly. It was called the $5 footlong, Kevin, if I remember correctly.
6 inches for $6 is just like, oh my God.
Yeah, just to do the quick math there, that was 12 inches for $5. And now you're giving us 6 inches for $6.
Damn.
Fucking hey, man. That's
going
rough.
on here?
Yeah, I will say Subway, it's been a bit of a quiet year for Subway.
Yeah,
typically there's a lot of stories for us to talk about.
They had they had a line of dressings.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of like not really backy worthy because I don't know. I guess people like those dressings. Man, not really fronty worthy either because it's Subway. But I don't know. They're a 2025 brand to watch for me.
Yeah.
I saw some of their some recent merch from them and looked kind of cool. I guess it had some sort of like sign painterly type on it with like sandwich, like some sandwich orders. So let's keep an eye on them and because they might They might have turned it around. They might have some stuff in the works.
Yeah, I'm reading a little bit here. Global CEO John Chidsey is announced his retirement effective at the end of 2024. So, yeah, maybe John sort of new
they should
regime.
Bring me in there.
Yeah, new CEO, and maybe they'll maybe I agree. Brand to watch.
Yeah,
should we invest? Maybe,
perhaps.
They came out with those things that were like $5 snack or they were foot-long snacks.
Foot-long cookies, foot-long churros.
Mm-hmm. I never got any of those. Did you, Kevin?
No.
Sidekicks, Subway sidekicks. That was a big story this year, but yeah, it's funny. Not really worthy of a fronty or a backy.
No, they were in the middle this year, which is better than they've been the past couple of years. So shout out to Subway.
Yeah,
they've only won one backy this year. I'm pretty sure they were a double winner last year.
Yeah, I'm also reading some other stories that we didn't wasn't on our radar, which is they unveiled Fresh Forward 2.0, the latest iteration of their global restaurant design, set to roll out globally in 2025.
Great.
Wow. And they switched from Coca-Cola to Pepsi, so that's not going bad. That's going the wrong direction there. Subway teaming up with Doritos to introduce new foot-long nachos.
All right, let's keep it moving here.
Jesus Christ,
let's keep it moving here.
All right, yeah, moving on. Beef of the year.
Beef of the year.
This is an award we have given out before.
We have given maybe
not a ton of beef this year.
Yeah, well, there's one really big story that I think everybody's sick of hearing about. Drake versus Kendrick. I'm sick of that. That's not beef of the year.
Could have won beef of the year.
That could have won beef of the year.
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I can't talk about. I don't want to hear about that anymore.
Yeah, I don't care either.
I can't hear They Not Like Us one more time.
I'm gonna say it. I never really cared that much in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah. I don't.
Listen. Kendrick is very good at rapping. And Drake is very good at making hit songs.
Yeah.
Great.
But beef of the year goes to the MLE, Major League Eating, versus Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, this was a big story.
This is a big story, and it's had some quiet resolution.
Yeah.
So if you remember, they barred Joey Chestnut from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on 4th of July. I watched it anyway.
Yeah.
Not as good.
Yeah.
The competition level was it was good to see more people going for the gold, able to win. But not as good. And then Netflix did the Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi special, which I watched. Obviously I watched. It was fine. I'm not complaining. I'm glad to see the matchup again. I'm glad they did it, I guess.
Yeah,
but
he kicked his ass.
Yeah, he really mopped the floor with Kobayashi.
Yeah, I mean,
and Kobayashi's been retired. He's had some jaw arthritis. He's not peak Kobayashi. And MLE. Those bastards robbed us from several years of good hot dog competition because they were too stubborn with their media deals and they wouldn't let Kobayashi cook.
That's right.
So, it's quite a shame. It's like if the NBA prevented the Warriors and Cavs from matching up all those times.
Magic never faced Bird.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. MLE is a disgusting organization, and it was a shame because I'll say it. Kobayashi versus Chestnut, unfinished beef, did not live up to the hype.
It didn't because he's not Kobayashi wasn't not in his peak form anymore.
It was fine. I watched it, but I don't think it was great. I mean, it's funny. No one has made the comparison between that and Logan Paul fighting Mike Tyson, which I'm happy to make right now, which were, on paper look like big, sort of flashy events. But in the end...
Dude, Netflix needs to step it up in the live sporting events.
Yeah.
They got the Christmas Day games this year for the NFL. So hopefully there's not some
blowouts there.
Yeah, hopefully that they got the production all squared away and whatever. But
yeah, neither of those two live events felt great. I'll be honest. I thought the Tyson one was better.
Yeah,
but there's something about them that still feels kind of like low budge or just like faux event.
Yeah, they were weird. Or I remember in the Kobayashi one, Kobayashi Chestnut unfinished beef or whatever.
Yeah.
There were some moments where they were clearly in a studio.
Oh yeah.
But they were trying to make it look like they were outside.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah.
It's just weird stuff like that. It's just, come on. You go outside or figure it out.
It's harder to do live events than you think. Again, as someone who doesn't do any of that for a living, but NBC, Fox, or whatever, ESPN, they make these things look very easy.
I know, just
to do.
Hire some of those people.
Yeah, just hire a production company. But both of these Netflix events seemed a little Netflixy and not in a
Yep.
cool way. Like in sort of like, this isn't as good as if this was on real TV kind of way.
Yeah.
But the Tyson one was apparently the most watched boxing fight in the history of boxing or whatever. Who knows?
Mike
who can
Tyson
say?
took a dive.
And yeah, that probably deserves a Backie for worst event that everyone watched.
Yeah.
And, but
Tyson
yeah,
took a dive.
listen,
You know, he's biting his glove,
Good
it's so he wouldn't strike. There's so many.
You
There's
think so?
there's a lot of footage of like
uh,
Logan Paul dropping his guard and Mike Tyson
Mhm.
having a wide
Mhm.
open shot and him not taking it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe all the conspiracy
Watch the
theories.
footage.
Kevin, before we get out of here, Chestnut did dominate the shrimp competition in the St. Elmo Shrimp Cocktail Eating Contest. I did see a photo of that, and it looked disgusting.
Yeah,
but
he's
it's-
back.
but
That's
it's
an
good
ML.
to
That's
see.
an MLE event.
Oh,
George
really?
Shea, yeah, George Shea was up on the stage. So,
Oh, no way.
So hopefully,
Oh, okay.
the silver lining of this Beef of the Year story is that he is back in good graces with the MLE.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if the MLE knows what's good for them, they need Joey. They need
need him.
Joey. And I bet the ratings were down significantly in the Nathan's July 4th.
Probably.
I hope that we don't have to go another July 4th without Joey. I don't think we will,
Me too.
because I think money will talk.
Yeah, but shout out to him for eating 21 pounds of shrimp. in
Yeah,
this,
crazy.
setting a new record for the St. Elmo Shrimp
Yes.
Cocktail Eating Contest in Indianapolis.
Yep. Kevin, Misprint of the Year goes to Wicked. An award, honestly, that there wasn't much competition
Yeah.
for.
Our highest performing podcast of the year somehow.
Yeah.
Got that wicked bump.
Yeah.
I guess I don't. There's no real analytical reasons that episode really exploded, but good for us.
Yeah, good for
That was
us.
a great episode.
Yeah. People, a lot of people listen to that.
Yeah,
so.
if you'll remember, they on a Wicked toy,
Yep.
they printed the wrong web address.
Mhm.
They printed www.wicked.com, which if you go there, it's a landing page for a porn site.
It did not go to the movie, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Not an explicit page. There's not explicit imagery, even if you click through the I am an adult. So not that bad.
Yeah, but
Not that bad.
this is what happens though when you roll out like 500 brand partnerships for your big blockbuster movie. I mean, Kevin, I'm seeing a theme here through all of the Backies. It's people trying to do things too fast, too
doing too
quickly,
much.
and trying to do too much. It's like
Yeah.
Wicked. I still haven't seen the movie, but I really want to see it, and I imagine, and I'm sure that it's a great film. But yeah, when it comes to these promotions of these movies, you got to do hundreds of partnerships.
Yeah, you got to
with,
lock in.
like, the Barbie, you got to beat the Barbie record of most brand deals. And yeah, when you do that many at once, maybe you don't check all the back panels. And yeah, that's how this happens.
Yeah.
It's also how the Glasgow,
Yeah.
Willy Wonka, situation happened.
And it's also how
Logan
Schweppes-
Paul.
It's,
Yeah.
it's also how Schweppes is
Oh,
got,
yeah.
got recalled for being full sugar instead of
Yeah, who
no
could have
sugar.
seen that? Yeah, I mean, so Shawai Peepees is the brand, Kevin. You mispronounced it. They launched a 0 sugar ginger ale, and the only problem was that it actually had full sugar.
the diabetics be damned.
Yeah, so the company had to recall their cans because of the FDA.
Which gave us the most iconic TikTok of the entire year.
Yep.
And the 2024
Yep.
Backie for
Mhm.
mispronunciation. I don't know this guy's name.
Nick Jackson.
Nick Jackson
Mm-hmm.
calling it Shiwa Peepees.
Yep, that's
Got the whole internet up in a tizzy.
Shawai Peepees. Yeah.
Inside job or not, salute to you for making
Yeah.
a great video. And maybe this is a fronty, but
Maybe.
we'll keep it in the Backies since it's a mispronunciation.
Yeah. Did you see the guy that went to McDonald's or Dunkin' or something? He was like, let me get the Duce, like trying to like kind of recreate the magic
Yeah.
of the Shawai Peepees, but for the Dulce de Leche Starbucks.
He didn't do it, did he?
It was okay. It was
Yeah.
funny. It wasn't quite as funny.
Yeah.
It didn't seem organic. It seemed, sort of premeditated.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, shout out to Shawai Peepees. One of the great stories of the year.
Yeah.
And a very well-deserved Backie.
Yeah. And I guess it does deserve a Backie because it is kind of the butt of the joke.
Good. There you go, Kevin. Speaking of butts of the joke, partnership of the year, brand partnership, brand collaboration. So lots of brand collabs. I feel like every year we say we're in peak collab, and yet collabs keep coming. And partnerships, brands, now are just
They keep partnering.
they
with
keep
people.
partnering with people, and our Backie for partnership of the year goes to Hellman's and Will Levis for their beautiful mayo ad for the perfume.
Perfume de mayo.
Yeah, beautiful. Big year
And-
for mayo.
Yeah, and I think we were on record saying that we loved this collaboration.
Yeah, smart.
And I think we were also on record saying, is Will Levis a good enough quarterback for this?
Yeah.
And I think the jury's out.
Yeah, he
The
had a couple
jury's
good
in.
games. He
The
had a
jury's
couple-
in. The jury's out.
Jury's in. Jury's in. They have a verdict.
The jury's in. We have a verdict.
Yep.
Not a good quarterback.
Bad at football. That's what's tough about doing partnerships with athletes.
Yeah.
They
And
got to perform.
not only is he not having a good season, he leads the league in getting memed.
Oh, really?
He's had some iconic memes this year.
Oh, really?
He's an incredibly easy person to read his lips on the sideline.
Oh,
So they've caught him
really?
saying something like, I just didn't see that guy. Like,
Oh.
where did that guy come from? Like, just some.
Yeah, never good.
Yeah.
Never good when you're on the sideline saying, I
But-
didn't see that.
Shout out to Will Levis for some impeccable memes this year.
I wasn't aware.
I love a corked up mayo boy.
I wasn't
so
aware.
Shout out to him for
Mm-hmm.
doing all he's doing, and I hope he can get it together. He seems like a nice guy,
Well,
and we did like this collab.
we
but-
wish him nothing but the best. But he's a winner today.
Yeah,
That's the thing about the
and
Backies.
he has kind of been the butt of a lot of jokes. This
Yeah,
year.
I mean, listen, it's a tough year for Will Levis,
Tough.
but now he's an award winner, and trophies hang forever.
Damn
That's
right.
what they say. Kevin, we got a next award is a tough one. It's for Person of the Year, but we need to clarify that this is for the Backy Person of the Year,
Yes.
and so this means this is a very not good person.
Yeah, the very not good person of the year.
Yeah. So don't get it twisted. This is not. Granted, we are giving them an award, but it is for their wrongdoings,
For being bad.
for being bad, for being the worst person actually.
Yes.
And worst person, Backy of the Year goes to Diddy.
Yes. Pretty easy. Pretty
Mhm.
easy one here. I
Mhm.
mean, there are a lot of bad people in the world.
Yep, that's
But
true.
I think
He won this one.
he
far
won
and
this
away
one
year.
unanimously.
Yeah.
Spanning the entire internet.
Mhm.
I don't know if there are very many Diddy supporters left. I'm sure there still are. I'm sure there still are people, in the
Mhm.
streets chanting "Free Diddy."
I don't know
but
that there are.
not us.
Mhm. Oh yeah, we're on the right side here. Bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
We do not support him.
Nope.
Nope.
We do not support him or his consumption of baby oil
That's true. That was the story behind the story.
or him trying to throw Costco under the bus.
Oh yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Costco for saying,
Mhm.
get that dirt for getting that dirt off your shoulder. I know it's not the correct rap reference, but
that's actually Jay-Z.
I know,
who
I
is
know.
Not a part of the Diddy scandal.
Well,
lawyers.
I-
It came out that person that was accusing him has denied their allegations. So clear Jay-Z's name.
Oh, yeah?
For now. Yes,
All right.
Yes.
Well-
so just want to put that out there because that Jay-Z was thrown into the Diddy situation for a minute. He is now out of it. His name is cleared
all right.
until further notice.
Until further notice. all
But
right.
yeah, baby oil.
Yeah,
That's probably the main thing that
Johnson, baby.
yeah, that people will be
I think we
Take
will
away.
remember a lot of things from 2024, but I think one of the things that will stick out forever is
Yeah.
the 1,000 bottles of baby oil
Yeah.
found in Diddy's house.
That's true. Yeah,
and
that will
that's
stand the test of
crazy.
time
Yeah.
because that is an alarming amount of baby oil.
Yes.
And there's just no two ways around it. You're right, Kevin. That is something that will stick with us.
Yeah. So,
Definitely.
congratulations to Diddy
yeah.
for winning the Backy for worst person of the year.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Kevin, we're coming down to the end here.
Home stretch.
Home stretch. Let's do this one. This is why we can't have nice things awards.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
yeah. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, what did you think was going to happen? Award goes to The Portal because it was an art installation. If you remember, it was here in New York. It was in Dublin.
They had a couple other portals, but
And a couple other portals, places where you could wave hello to someone from another country in real time.
yeah, cool idea, I guess. But,
Yeah.
what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. And
It's all fun and games until an OnlyFans model shows up and flashes.
Yep.
Another country.
Yeah. Where's the portal now? We should look into it.
I think it's back. It might be back up and running
What happened
with
to
security.
the portal?
But I have a hot take on this.
What do you got, Kev?
Good. Let it. It's a portal. Everything. No holds bar. Nobody should be upset with any sort of imagery being portrayed to the other side of the portal, because I feel like when you go to the portal,
Mhm.
you're you're signing a social contract to receive whatever's on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens to be an OnlyFans model flashing, or if it happens to be, potentially a 9/11 joke or a Pop Smoke joke or something, or whatever it may be, I think that it's all fair game because you are standing on a portal to the other side of the world.
Yeah. So Kevin, update on the portal situation. It is back open.
We're so back with security.
It was opened in Philadelphia's Love Park, which is funny because they took it out of New York City and put it in Philadelphia. I feel like of all the places that, if I'm like, oh man, that portal didn't go that well in New York, Philly doesn't seem like the second place I would go. But yeah, now it has it has hours of operations.
Oh, great.
8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and with additional security and plans to intentions to expand. So
Sure.
it's still going down, and they're still.
Well, it's honestly funny that they have to have security there.
Yep, and it brings out the worst in people. That's what the New York Post said. So
they're not wrong.
Way to dramatize that story. But yeah, Backy to the portal. And then Kevin, this last award actually should go to us, honestly. I think this, and it's a Backy, but it really should be a fronty for Kevin and Alex, which is good thing we didn't buy that award. Apple Vision Pro, which if you listen to the show, we've been hot on the tails of this device. Mm-hmm. This was something we were very excited about.
Yeah, we've talked about it pretty much all year.
Yeah,
I think we've. Ebbs and flows, obviously, but I think towards the end of the year, I think in retrospect, we have been thinking like, wow, good thing we didn't buy that.
Yeah, and honestly, it was the era of spatial computing.
Is that era dead?
I don't know. Maybe that's the Backy, spatial computing.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be back.
Yeah.
You just gotta, as, technology rapidly advances and things get smaller and lighter.
Yeah.
This is a cool thing. And I have been seeing like some more like metaverse VR things on like courtside sports action, that type of shit. Like, I would do that.
Yeah, I still want one. I think if someone walked in the door right now and they said, "Hey, Alex, happy holidays. Here's Apple Vision Pro," I'd be pretty excited. I think, but I think the problem is it just was a little too big. A little too hefty, a little too heavy to put on someone's head.
Again, doing too much.
Trying to do too much. So, Kevin, that is the program. That's the award show. And I guess if there are any lessons here, it's stop trying to do too much.
Yeah, just
slow it down.
Do a reasonable amount.
And you know what? That goes directly to me, too, because that's what happened. That's why I got this injury. Trying to do too much.
Wow, this
too
is a really
fast,
good retrospect.
Too much. Yeah.
Really good retrospective for the year.
Yeah.
If you don't want to end up on the Backies list.
Yeah. Take your time.
Don't try to do too much.
Slow and low. Take it slow. That's how the best eggs are made. That's how the best everything is made. Is you gotta take your time. You gotta let it marinate.
Give Will Levis another year to mature as a quarterback before you do it.
Maybe don't give him a partnership when he has only played 3 games and 2 of them were pretty bad. So
maybe you don't need 1,000 bottles of baby oil at your house.
Yeah, that's probably true. And
maybe that's a red flag. If you find yourself going down that road, that's a red flag that you should not ignore.
Yeah, and if you came out with Prime and you sort of had, $400 million or whatever in sales in your first year, maybe you don't need to line extend and try to take over kids' lunch foods.
Yeah, or if you're, a professional eating organization, maybe you just let your number one star, who is much bigger than the entire organization, do whatever the hell they want to have their own media deals. And,
that's right.
Maybe
let them
just
cook.
Maybe just don't need to be so controlling.
Yeah. So, Kevin, that's the year. That's the year in branding. A beautiful year. Lots of brands doing things. And Kevin, despite the fact that we thought it's hard to hate, as 2 guys that have reformed haters, I think we did well.
We
did
towed the line.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the guy at the Olympics who knocked over the bar with his penis. Was that a fronty or a backy?
That's a fronty.
Oh yeah, fuck, you're right. That's definitely a fronty. Yeah, shout out to that guy. A great moment in Olympic
Good for
history.
him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Or the ray gun, the dancer.
Yeah,
fronty or backy? Fronty, probably.
Fronty, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For
good. I mean,
athlete of the year.
I mean, she was probably second for good job. Thumbs up, you tried.
Yeah, no, great year.
Tough competition with Mario Lopez.
No, everything should go to Mario. But in second place, ray gun. Shout out to Rachel. Yeah. Come on the podcast. Shout out to Mario.
We love her.
Come on the pod. Thank you guys. Have a great new year, and we'll be back next year with more episodes, more guests, and
Yeah.
more things.
More
to talk
stuff,
about.
yeah.
more stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Peace.
See you next year.